Today we are gonna go up in the air and see the Royal Gorge from above. We have a 10 a.m. departure time, so we arrived a little early to take care of the paperwork, safety briefing, and weigh-in. We will be flying in a Robinson 66 turbine helicopter, a $1 million machine known for its power at high altitude with seating for up to 5 people. Our pilot was awesome and explained everything he was doing before and during the flight, as well as walking us through his routine of the instrument check and engine warm-up.
Alright, let's get it rolling here.
Our flight today is a round trip from the tour headquarters to the Royal Gorge Bridge, located about 3 miles due south. Being a morning flight, the wind was pretty calm and the flight was smooth. As we flew over the highway, there was a slight lift from the heat rising from the road, known as a thermal, but other than that, the flight seemed very controlled. Having never flown in a helicopter before, it was definitely a different feeling than any plane I've flown in. I have visited the Royal Gorge Bridge several times, and just recently Yessie and I had toured the park and bridge and took a ride on the Royal Gorge Railroad. But being able to see the bridge and gorge from the helicopter gave us yet another vantage point, and since drones are not allowed at the bridge, this was the only option for seeing it from above. We chose the Royal Gorge Bridge Run Adventure. They have different tours ranging from $49 per person up to $369 per person, depending on the flight time and what attractions you want to see. We had a great experience with them and would definitely return.
We're done with the helicopter ride. We survived that. Now we're gonna go water rafting.
On a full stomach.
On a full stomach, and I can't swim, so let's see how this goes.
We begin our rafting journey about 12 miles northwest of the town of Canon City at a drop-off location just south of Highway 50 on the Arkansas River. We will raft south on the Arkansas River under the Royal Gorge Bridge and continue on to a pickup location just west of Canon City, a trip that will cover roughly a 10-mile stretch of the Arkansas River. Back at the drop-off location, we got checked in and received all of our safety gear, and had a quick safety and instruction session by the river. Yessie and I were paired with 2 other couples, along with our guide, to form our rafting team. Then it was time to hit the water.
Got 3 little rapids right off the bat: El Primero, Segundo, and Tercero. Forward 1. 1 more. Forward 2, go! Forward 2, go! Nice, guys. Really good. Give me a high five. Put it up. You guys are paddling good. Woo! What I like to see.
Our team handled the first 3 rapids with ease, with the instruction from our guide. Shortly after, we arrived at our first Class 4 rapids of the day.
Alright guys, we're coming up to our first Class 4 rapid of the day. Woo! Forward 1. 1 more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get locked in.
Little bump here, little bump.
Our next rapid was called Sledgehammer, and we did a counterclockwise spin at the top of the rapid before continuing to the bottom.
This is a big one. Forward 2, go. Forward 1. 1 more. Okay, lean to the left, lean to the left. Left side, back 1. Left side, back 1. All right, guys, get ready. Here we go. Forward 2. 1 more. Woo!
Yeah.
Forward 1. Forward 2. Go, 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 go. Woo!
Lock in.
Forward 1. Come on, Jackie, get up! Forward 2. Jordan, you okay? Okay.
A little further down the river, we looked back to see one of the passengers of the raft behind us had fallen out.
Oh, we got a swimmer. Look behind us.
Yeah.
They didn't get injured, and thankfully that was the only time that happened during our trip.
If anybody wants to hop in and take a little dip, this is a good spot for it.
Our guide offered us a chance to get out of the raft and swim a bit while we were waiting for the other groups to catch up. After getting everyone back in the raft, we continued down the river through a stretch called the Narrows, a very narrow channel with rocks and metal rails on either side, and we got our first nice view of the Royal Gorge Bridge from there. Just under the bridge, we encountered another Class 4 rapid, and our team handled it perfectly. As we passed the bridge, we were treated to some of the best available views of the bridge from the Arkansas River. We continued down the river toward our pickup location and encountered a couple more rapids, but the rest of the trip was pretty mild and relaxing. It was a long day out in the sun on the river, and we had a blast. Thank you for joining us on the journey, and hopefully you enjoyed the small part of the adventure we shared. If you haven't been yet, you should give it a try sometime. It's a great experience. We'll see you next time.